All right, Las Vegas Motor Speedway virtually here on iRacing is where we are tonight as we get ready for some fun racing on the way. And I know it's kind of a last-minute thing here as I have made the appearance, but it's more because, well, just work got in the way today. Let's just be honest with you right now. I am the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in tonight to racing here from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Pole sitter tonight, Nick Giles in a 19. Looking to lead him to the green flag here with Christopher Heights, Martin Pluti, Alex Cummings, and Josh Conover as we begin the second round of the playoffs live from Vegas. Good field here tonight of trucks. 19 it looks like starting this race. Already 2 and 3 winded. Draft is going to play a big role this evening. Off turn 4 will be the 19 leading lap 1. All the names that you see with the O on the list, they are out of the playoffs. We are down to 8 trucks after tonight. We'll show you the points grid here momentarily. But a lot of things have changed after last week's race as we are now into the second round of the Truck Series Points Championship. Martin Pluti has gone to the front in the 18 truck. And there's the 45. Brian Jones right there with him. Again, I apologize for running a little bit late tonight. Unfortunately, got caught up with work. Actually, had to cancel my first broadcast this morning, knowing that I would be pushing it getting home tonight for this race. And here we are tonight. For those wondering what will happen with the broadcast of the TI race, that will actually happen Friday night. I'm going to do the broadcast of that Friday night. Again, I apologize for not being able to be a part of that tonight. I literally have just walked in the door about 10 minutes ago. And I was able to change clothes really quickly, and here we are. Doing the race tonight, so Casano, I missed you guys too, man. I'm sorry that hopefully what's his name was able to pass the word on, because I noticed he never responded to me today. So forgive me if I'm a little quiet at times. It's only because I'm setting things up still over on my other screen right now. But Pluti does lead with Brian Jones there in second. Just doing the best multitasking I can do right now. Good battling everywhere as you see side-by-side racing. Here's the 24 back here at the 86. Powell and Schneider. Mayer's also there with him. Zach Hollinger in at number 9. Powell running the fastest lap there in that 24. As I mentioned, these guys pretty much wide open right now. Handling will come into play there, especially then the sun's going to go down, and we're going to see some wild racing here in Rock Vegas. I could have swore I had a small logo. Apparently I do. Oh well. But as we go on the air here, let's take a look at the weather forecast for tonight. Clear skies, 89 degrees, track temp at 91, humidity at the very Vegas-like 21%. Winds blowing from the south at 6 miles an hour. Again, 134 laps tonight. Stages will be in effect here as part of the series. Stages tonight will go, want to make sure I get this right. Do 30 and 60 tonight, 30 and 60. So we're going to have very short stages this evening, so that's going to play a role also tonight. And, of course, we have our cameras presented by Track Cams for Gourmet. You can check them out at trackcams22.com. Appreciate those guys being a part of this. Right on board with Dustin Cleva, the 16 truck. Looks pretty good so far in the playoffs. Kleba there in the 7th position right now, and almost some free wide. You see the 98 there on the outside of Conover. Timmons right there behind him. That's Blade Timmons. A lot of names in here. Corey Wharton right there in front of us in the 88 truck. Gonna have to dive into the apron. 3 wide. There's the 21, Cody Reeder. Ooh, gotta watch these bumps right here. Corey holding them tight. Already 10 laps into this race, and you see the kind of racing we're going to see tonight. So for those who have not watched a race here for NORA, basically these guys emulate the truck season schedule to its entirety. The full schedule they're running tonight, it's race number 20. They got the playoffs, they have stage racing, they have the restart cone, whatever the hell they call it, the choose cone. They have that also here in this league, and so much more. So they emulate NASCAR to the T pretty much in their racing, and there have been some great races so far since we've started covering here on the Captain Esports Network, and glad to have them on board. But again, tonight, for those wondering about the TI Racing Truck Series that was supposed to start up at 7:45, that will be broadcasted on Friday night. Hopefully somebody saved the replay so I can do it for them. Oh, one truck, yeah, that's Corey Wharton got the wall real hard. Everybody's got to check up. Contact with the 16 and 98. There's some heavy damage on both the 88 and the 98. In this kind of track, you do not want that kind of damage. See that left front kind of buckled up a little bit on that 98, the Allegiant Ford. Meanwhile, for the lead, Cody Reeder. And Wood Brothers number 21 looking truck. See the 45 there, also Brian Jones, who's had a great run here the last couple of weeks. Getting some side draft. That Insider Incorporated number 45 going to take a spot away. Kleba, a little right rear damage on that truck. That might not be the best place to have it. He's going to take the spot away from the 88 of Corey Wharton. So while we got a quick minute here, I want to show you guys the point standings real quick. And this is thanks to the Dan Lisa page here for the league. And this is where we stand right now in the points. And we blow it up for you really quickly. Bada bing, bada boom. Josh Conover, Dustin Kleba, Alex Cummings, all those guys right here in the points. About one separating Dustin Kleba. You got 23 back to Cummings. Reeder is about 30 points back. Brian Jones, Pluty, Galis, and Heights. Those are the 8 drivers in the second round of the playoffs this season. As you see, the 16 of Kleba starting to get it going here on the long run. Sliding up almost. Got to be careful. Hearing some issues for Todd Schneider. Oh, there's a damaged U-Haul truck. Unfortunately there for the 86. Looks like he's been in the wall. No caution, though, as we continue green. Conover starting to fall back a little bit with that damage. He has lost, or is going to lose, I should say, the 6th position to Brian Powell. There's the 23 there behind him, Blade Timmons. There's Galis in the 19. Cummings in the 10. Great start to this race so far, though. Roy Hyde there in the 71 truck. He's got a very risque truck, I would say. There's your leader, the 18 of Martin Pluty, running pretty well so far. One of the playoff drivers, and one way you can tell the playoff drivers in this series, the red top of their truck and also the spoiler. Those are red, where the non-playoff drivers, you will not see the red. So like, look at the 24 there. You see the white and blue. On the 88, the same thing. Those guys have the non-playoff driver spoiler and top of the windshields, where the playoff drivers are in red. So that's one thing you'll notice different. 10 laps to go in stage 1. Pass for the lead potentially is Reeder to the inside of Pluty. How tight they're getting here. Look at him, bumps into turn 1. You see that truck porpoise? Oh, he gets a little loose there, caught that apron. That'll kill his speed there and lose, falling back to the second position. As far as iRacing has not fixed that tire issue yet, with the truck being like sunken into the ground. Go back here, battle for the 9th position as Galis trying to hold on to the 9th position with Roy Hyde on his inside. '41 truck joining the battle here of Alex Cummings, the E-Haul Brewing Company number 41. Racing so far as Vegas always produces some of the best mile-and-a-half racing you will see. As for the lead, here he comes again to 21. Dives it in there on the bottom, going to slide up, and he will take the lead. Cody Reeder to the front. And actually, he gives a little bit more room there. Looked like he could have slid up and taken it. He will lead the lap, though. Here's where you see that draft of the 18 and the 45 there behind him, just kind of working together as these guys try to get it. Cody's going to try to slide up, not able to do so. You can see that wheel kind of cranked up. He had to get out of the gas. Great racing here tonight. So now the handling really starting to kick in with these guys. Back here, Alex Cummings inside the 88. Corey Wharton at Valvoline Chevrolet going to lose his spot. It looks like, see if Corey can slide up. He will not be able to, or if Alex can slide up, not able to do so. You have to forgive me, I'm going to stutter a little bit tonight. I am freshly tired, and I should go ahead and admit to you, I'm actually going back to work after this broadcast. I'm not even done yet. Been one of those days. Corey falling back into the hands of the pole sitter, Nick Galis, who has fallen back to 10th after starting on the pole, as I mentioned. As we're 5 laps away from the end of stage 1, which will bring a caution out. So we will have cautions and everything just like normal racing. I thought Brian Jones was going to get a run off turn 4. He looks like he's trying to get a run here as we got 3 to go. The battle is on. Who's going to win stage 1? As the 19 tries to get around, Corey's racing pretty hard here. This is a multi-bank track, meaning different grooves of different bankings from 18 up to 20. From bottom to top, that's what allows this tight racing. As the fight continues here, can Pluty hold off to win stage 1? See the lights starting to come on here in Vegas. And right there, Martin Pluty will take stage 1. And there's the caution. So Martin Pluty getting stage number 1 from Brian Jones. Cody Reeder, Dustin Kleba, and Brian Powell, your top 5 as the caution comes out. Now, these guys do it a little bit different when it comes to the stage race, and they actually throw the caution coming to lap 30, where normally NASCAR will complete the lap and then throw the caution. So, obviously, nothing wrong with that. They're consistent with it. And that's the end of the stage. You'll catch the pace car here, and we'll go from there. Good racing here to start this Monday night. So we'll see everybody come to pit road here for tires and fuel and get some damage fixed on their trucks. And I mean everybody. Look at the pit line over here on the right side, or left side of the screen here. Everybody to pit road. Four tires and fuel for everybody. The 86 kind of sliding through his pit stall. Race off pit road, going to go to the 45. So great stop for Brian Jones as he will win the race off pit road, and we'll have our opportunity. Let's talk to Martin Pluty here in the number 18 truck. Part of the, let's see what team this is here. I still learn here. Ghost PRT. Not sure what that stands for, but it works. As Martin joins us this evening. Martin, man, congratulations, stage number 1 winner. How's the racing so far?
It's good. It's really hard to pass out here. You can control a lot when you're the lead truck, so it's just keeping that clean air, really.
What are you learning out there? Obviously, outside the clean air, it looked like the 21 Reeder might have had a better truck there mid part of the run, but you seem to be able to use a little bit of help behind you there in the 45 to kind of push your way back up there. Is it make it that much tougher and know that you have to almost complete the pass to get that position?
Yeah, luckily the 45 is a teammate, so he's helping me out a little bit here and being nice. But yeah, if you can keep out to at least in my case, the outside of the truck, you can control a lot of what they do. You can pin them down and make them burn off that right front.
Final question before I let you go. It's one thing I haven't had a chance to ask. Obviously, NORA, one of those leagues that uses this chose cone rule that NASCAR has come out with. How do you see it from the iRacing perspective of how does it affect your restarts here and stuff?
It's not too different. It gets a little bit more chaotic at some tracks than others. Like this is a pretty good 2-lane track, so it doesn't change too much here. But you get plays like, Martinsville in a couple weeks. It's going to make a huge difference.
All right, Martin. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on stage 1. Maybe we'll talk in a little bit.
Thanks. Hopefully talk to you later.
Sounds good. That is Martin Pluty there in the 18 truck as we get ready to go back racing here at lap number 33. Right at 100 laps to go. Or actually 101, technically. 45, the 18, the 24, the 21, and Blade Timmons. That is your 5 trucks here. Now, not necessarily the top 5, because obviously with the choose cone, they chose their lanes and stuff and where they want to restart. And here we go. Green flag back out as the 18 gets a pretty good jump, and the 45's right there with him. Matter of fact, 45 beat him to the line. And actually, let me correct that, because the 45 was the leader. He won the race off pit road. See the fight in there with Reeder and Clutie there, inside and outside. Timmons right there in the 23. They talked about how tough it is to pass. Well, you're definitely seeing it here this evening. Now, some of the cars or trucks might actually argue that it isn't so tough to pass tonight, and I bring that up case in point when I show you the biggest movers in this race so far. You're going to see that Mr. Powell there in the 5th position has moved up 11 positions from his 16th starting spot. As he is up to the 5th position, you see Timmons up 6 and Jones up 5 to the lead. You see Heights running the fastest lap out here tonight. As here comes Reeder for the lead. He's going to lead that lap again. Great racing down into turn 3 and 4. You see the 23 of Timmons has moved up to 3rd, Clutie back to 4th. And how about Christopher Heights, the Natty Lightmobile up there, that pink and yellow 55 on the inside. Kind of shades of the old Country Time Lemonade car Bobby Hamilton's back in the day. Running in P6 now. Great racing throughout the field. These guys just hardly able to get separated from each other, which makes this even better. Alex Cummings in the 9th position right now. Alex, a newcomer you might recognize on Wednesday nights to the GLSR crew, running over there on Wednesday nights. But here he is where I discovered him right here on Monday nights here in NORA. And you see the race up there for the lead continuing between Jones and Reeder. How tight they are getting here. Speeds of about 175 to 180 miles an hour down to turn 1. These guys doing a great job keeping it clean tonight so far. Just a 1 competition caution for the end of stage 1. And that has been it so far. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're not so new and you enjoy Captain Esports Network, we appreciate you and we ask, please spread the word. You can see the car, or the truck's getting pretty tight down there on the bottom. .98 getting a pretty good draft there from the 71. Going to draft his way maybe past the 24 here. Meanwhile, these two will not get away from each other as they continue to fight it out for the lead. As Pluty slides up in front of the 23, I'm sure he wasn't too happy about that move. Well, that was paper tight. Everybody did a great job of checking up there, making sure that didn't become an accident. Checking on Dustin Kleba, the 16 truck running into 10th position back here is inside of the 41 he goes. As the side-by-side racing continues. Reeder's just trying to get that extra inch of space to clear the 45. He's not been able to do it yet. He's actually clear right now. But the 45 still getting that run on that high side. Oh, and he slides. He's trying to clear him. He should be able to get him right here. There it is. He's finally clear to the 45, so the 21 goes to the front. As Timmons looking to the inside of Pluty for third. We think tonight's wild. Wait till next week. Talladega Super Speedway next Monday night here on the Captain Esports Network at about 9 o'clock Eastern time. Looking forward to that race. Christopher Heights, who has fallen back to the 10th position here, just bump drafting and pushing the 41 down the straightaway. You see the 12 with Tyson Palmquist. A name I haven't said pretty much this season or tonight. I know it's another KPR truck. Tyson in the 11th position right now. Josh Conover up to the 4th position. Got that damage fixed in that 98. And is roaring now. Legion, of course, the home airline here in Vegas. As just like that, 10 laps to go in stage 2. I think Nick Galis may be having some blinking issues. Noticing that 19 on my screen going a little nuts. As Kleba and Powell battle it out. 7th position as the 24's against the wall. The Adidas truck has scuffed up his shoes. As up here for second, Pluty back underneath Jones. guys continue to run pretty much all but wide open around this track. As Reeder's starting to stretch it out a little bit, 0.7 of a second right now. That's the biggest lead anybody's had tonight. As Timmons looking on the high side of Pluty there for position at Grizzly number 23. A lot of Fords in the field, as you might see. Obviously very fun to be a part of. When you can get a race like this, yeah, you might have 19 trucks, which isn't the biggest field in the world, but it's not the smallest either. You can get out here and put some great green flag racing on. Only see one caution so far, and that was for a stage. And about 5 laps away, we'll see the end of stage 2. Just great fighting all over this place here throughout the track, and trying to catch it all for you here during the broadcast. You see Palmquist back here making a run on Cummings for position. Tyson getting really close to that 41. Got to be very careful. Of course, Brian Pound there behind him. Brian got in the wall just a few laps back. Getting close. Got to be careful. Netcode. That is one thing that seems like lately has played a major role. Look at the 15. Brady Moats back here underneath the 88. Moats in at 15. The Dilly Dilly Mobile, as I like to call it. The Bud Light Ford F-150 sees had a little bit of damage to that right rear. Just got to wonder what happened to the 55. He was running up there to top 10 earlier, or top 5 actually in that run. And now back here in the 11th position. You see Heights losing a spot there to Powell. Maybe hurt his tires a little bit in this run. But you see Mayers back there and also the pole sitter of Galis. Now, I should mention the pole draw in this league is also like NASCAR. They do a random draw, basically, of the field, and that's how the lineup is set. As caution is out, and Cody Reeder has won stage number 2. And issues for the 23, who's got a lot of damage. As the caution has come out. Let's see if I can find what happened to him there. Yeah, he must have blown up or is going to blow up, so he's going to tow to pit road here. Tough break for the 23 truck. Probably not a happy camper about what just happened there. Oh, right here is a truck spun on the track, actually. So I guess we could say that was not the competition caution. We actually had a truck spun over in turn 1, going into turn 1 up ahead here. You can see who it was. Ryan Douglas in the 25 truck had gone around. Right in front of the leaders. Oh, and he clips the 23. That's what happened. What happened to him to start this wreck? Oh, he blows up. I heard the engine blow up right there. Oh, no. That's odd looking. And race off pit road, going to go to Cody Reeder there in the 21 truck. So stage 2 is officially over. And Cody Reeder going to get the stage win for KPR. So Pluty gets stage 1. Reeder gets stage 2. Reeder, Cody that is, joining us in the booth now. Well, stage 2 looked pretty tricky there for you. Obviously battling with the leader there for a little bit there, the 18 truck, and trying to get the run and just trying to clear him, trying to clear him. And finally you did. Talk about that racing, or is it the 45? It was one of those guys, but what a battle it was.
Yeah, Brian's he's just hard to pass. I mean, he races super hard, which, I mean, obviously you have to kind of at this track just because it's hard to pass, but just kept being persistent. I started taking a little bit more than I was given towards the end of that, just because I could feel my tires start going away. And there's a couple times I'm like, oh, I'm going to clear him down here, and then he'd drive right down to my door, and I just couldn't get cleared, you know. But yeah, that was a good battle. Definitely was getting frustrated a little bit, trying to clear him, but it's all good. That's what racing is.
How much pressure are you feeling now, knowing that obviously there's 8 guys here? That first round was kind of a, I don't want to call it a walk in the park, but the way it was set up, obviously with the guys you had, obviously, you know, a lot of them had not been to all the races, so it would kind of already set who the top 8 was going to be. But now it's the best 4 that's got to go.
Yeah, I think it's you know, you prepare all season for this. That's why we did it. You know, it's there is some pressure for sure, but I think that ultimately you just got to come out and compete and stay out of trouble. Points collect, obviously winning these stages like this help a lot, but you know, the goal obviously to win, so you don't have to worry about the next couple of weeks, and you know, go from there. So yeah, I'm it's a little bit of pressure now because I feel like I'm in control of the race, being the leader, but ultimately it's all about just collecting as many points as you can and then being there at the end.
How much of a transition here? Obviously, as we're going into the nighttime here, obviously the start of the race there in the...
Go ahead, sorry.
I just heard what you were saying. I was letting you guys talk to the field there real quick. You might have heard him there say he's going top as they get the lane choice here. But are you noticing any transition in the track right now? Because obviously the rubber's adding up. It's getting cooler. The lights are on now. It's going to be nighttime about probably halfway into this run. Are you noticing any transitioning there?
I do. I think the bottom's starting to go away in 1 and 2. It's just there's not as much grip there. And I can feel as we get into the night, 3 and 4 is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Unfortunately, it's kind of one groove down there, so there's not a ton that you can do to change it. But you're gonna have to change up your driving style, save some tire, I think, to be able to win. That's for sure.
All right, Cody. Well, we appreciate your time, man. And I know the last time you won a stage, we talked to you in Victory Lane that night. So we'll see if we can do it again.
All right, man. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Cody Reeder there, 21 truck, winner of stage number 2. So obviously turn 1's got the bumps, so you got to worry about there. That is a big factor. Turn 3 and 4 is a lot smoother, a lot more of a sweeping corner. But as you say, the track, as right now, let's actually go back and let's check the weather out now. Track temp at 90, so it is getting cooler, and very interesting there. Race summary also. Reeder leads, only 2 cautions for 7 laps so far. Heights with the fastest lap of the race. Cusano and crew. Since I didn't get to make the big race tonight for TI, I'm here for this race. We'll do this for you guys tonight. How about this? Let's turn it up on the Captain Esports Network. iRacing getting very tight up there at the front as you see Reader's held onto the lead, but Josh Conover's come into the picture. And that 98 truck, Brian Jones, obviously their third. Kleba, Pluti, the cream, starting to rise to the top here as we hit the halfway mark. 67 to go, 67 complete. Here in this Las Vegas 200, it's race number 20. And one truck up in the wall, that is the 71 of Roy Hyde. Looks like maybe him and Heights have come together. No caution is, yeah, that 71's kind of beaten up a little bit. Race 20 of the NORA Truck Series. Unfortunately, for those who are joining us for the TI race, we did not get that one in tonight, broadcast-wise, due to some work issues. We will get that in tonight, or not tonight, but Friday night. We'll rerun the broadcast and go from there. How about this 12 truck here? Tyson Palmquist running pretty well here in the 6th position. Corey Wharton right there behind him. Got his 88 truck fixed up. Wharton looking right there to the left. Rear contact between both of them. They save it. Woo-hoo-hoo! That almost got UGLY. Chad Angle there in that 10 truck up there trying to take some spot away. You see some damage on the, I think that's the 9 of Hollinger. Back here, your pole sitter Nick Galis with the 15 of Moats. Also the 38 NOS Energy truck of Jeffrey Mayers. So you're probably going to see a lot of drivers split this run in half. You'll probably see them go about 30 to 35 laps and then come to pit road and then come back out and run the last 30 to 35 laps if this thing stays green. And the way the racing's been tonight, I think there's a good shot that happens because we've only seen the 2 cautions so far. Almost had a third a second ago. As Wharton running that high side there, kind of trying to force his way there past the 41 there, kind of cutting down on him. There's the 9 to the outside, hit there. And the 55 leaving pit road after an unscheduled pit stop. He is now 3 laps down after contact with the outside safer barrier, I believe, for the 55. Brian Jones all over the back bumper of that 21. You heard Cody compliment Brian, saying he's a clean racer. Races hard, though. Does not give you an inch. And we saw that in that battle for the lead just a little bit ago. As he was not giving him an inch. Cody was trying to take it. He wasn't giving it. See Con over there, who's repaired his damage to the left front that he got with that contact just a little bit ago. My favorite part of the Brian Jones truck, by the way, I got to point this out. I know it's there for a reason. I couldn't get it out of him last week. But there's an angry cat on that truck. Hashtag GrumpyCat. As Hollinger and Galis get a battle for the 10th position. Nick, who started on pole, has fallen all the way back to at one point he was 15th or so. And now that diehard Silverado running up here for a top 10 position. Meanwhile, Brian Jones for the lead. Oh, to get it, not only that, I don't know if he had to check up or something, but allowed the 98 to get a real good run to his back bumper. Or tailgate in this case. So Hanlon really starting to play a role now in these trucks. As we lean into almost lap 20 of this stint. Again, the question going to be, when will we see pit stops? Who will pit when? And split this run in half, I would say probably right in the lap 100 range. You'll see these trucks come to pit road and get their set of tires and fuel and get to the finish of this Las Vegas 200 here at the virtual Las Vegas Motor Speedway on iRacing. I am the captain, Chris Scala. We appreciate you in on this Monday night. Glad I can be here to be able to put something on for you guys tonight after a, not to make this about me, but a pretty long day of work. Decided I'd come home and eat something real quick and put on the broadcast. And yes, I do got to go back to work afterwards, but it won't be too long. Just got to take care of some other things management-wise, and we'll come back. But there's a Yeehaw Brewing Company. These two here seem to be around each other all night. Cummings and Corey Wharton for the 7th position here. If you look back at the Chad Engel truck in 9th. Oh, now caution is out. We got trouble. Galis is around. Looks like maybe Jeffrey Mayers and Hollinger also involved. So 3rd caution, first one for an accident tonight. And this will likely throw that strategy out the window. Let's see what happens. Oh, some contact there. 1938. Okay, one more time here. Trying to get you. I'm not quick enough, apparently. This actually starts all the way down the front straightaway, it looks like here. Oh, right there, a little contact, a little more contact, a little save. Finally, 19 just says, well, I don't like that. And 38 becomes an SM high standard. So caution out for the 3rd time this evening. And leaders to pit road for the final time. Race off pit road. Cody Reeder going to get it by, as you saw, the half of a truck. All right, let's talk about the rest of the week of racing coming up. It's going to be a tricky week, I must say, because working later at night this week, but should be able to get the majority of broadcast in tonight, this week. Starting tomorrow night, we'll have the LSRL Xfinity Series presented by Grid Finder. They will be in Talladega. That race will be at 8:30 Eastern tomorrow night. Wednesday night, Great Lakes Sim Racing Series over in Japan. at Twin Ring Motegi on the Oval. That'll be Wednesday night at 8:45 Eastern Time. Thursday we'll take our traditional night off, and then Friday night we'll come back and bring you the TI Truck Series race that was supposed to be run, or that was run tonight, but unfortunately not going to get it on for you until Friday night. We'll have that broadcast for you, and go from there. And I'm actually going to mute my mic for just a quick second. All right, back I am. Apologize for that. So we're going to go green with 48 laps remaining here in this Las Vegas 200. Virtually on iRacing. Appreciate everybody watching us tonight. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're not so new, we appreciate you joining us. As Cody Reeder leads, Brian Jones, Dustin Kleba, Josh Conover, Brian Powell, your top 5. Good to go to the finish on fuel. The question is, how are we going to finish? Will we see more green flag racing? Will we see some hard racing and maybe some wrecks? Only time will tell as Reeder brings them to the green here, lap 87. And right away, everybody going single file. How about the 24 truck? 6 truck in line. Had some heavy damage on that right side. Here he is back in the 6th position of Brian Powell. As the 45 dives it to the bottom. Your top 5 all playoff drivers trying to get that win and put themselves into the final 4. Ooh, almost some contact there. Get ready for that race in Phoenix. Jones going to clear him. I think if he slides up, it's his. He's going. The 24 is in the grass. Oh, boy. Ramping. Oh, boy, again. Ramping more. Holding on. And what a job that is. As you see, Jones is taking the lead. Meanwhile, the 24's got some dust-up shoes now. As Conover trying to hold off Wharton for that 4th position. Starting to see drivers make their moves for positions here. The 15 of Moat starting to come into the picture here in the 15. So is the 10 of Chad Engel. Meanwhile, Jones under attack, and here come the KPR boys. 21 clears with a slider. Look at Moats work that bottom line up to the 6th position. Ooh, that 21 chopped the nose off of the 45. Racing getting tight up here at the lead. Pushing him down the straightaway. Don't make the grumpy cat mad. Oh, Reeder almost put himself in a bad spot there as he was almost 3 wide off the corner. This is what it's all about. Great racing here in the NORA Truck Series. Oh, 21 got the bumps a little bit there to push him up the track. And off the pace he goes all of a sudden. What happened to 21? That was weird looking. That allows Brian Jones to take the lead. Conover up to 2nd. Corey Wharton up to 3rd. Wharton trying to play spoiler. There's so many great battles going on in this track. We've been focusing on the leader here. You see the one battle back here with the 12 of Palmquist. That's for 12th as these guys have calmed down now as Jones has gone to the lead and brings Corey Wharton with him. Let's go back here to 10th as this fight continues with Engel. And who wants to win this race more? We've had plenty of lead changes tonight. And some fantastic racing here in Vegas. Ooh, 99 almost got squeezed. Just shy of lap 100. Brady Moat still holding on to the 6th position as Pluty runs to the outside here in that 18 truck. He's got the corner on him, got to the quarter panel, going to make the move. See if Alex Cummings can get to him with him. Moat's doing everything he can to hold on here, and there's the 41 rolling the high side on the 12. Of course, Tyson trying to join his KPR buddies up there at the front. I was just about to ask with Brian Jones, are you wanting to middle lane? Are you wanting to hold the bottom and make the guys get around your outside? I think we're seeing his answer. He's running kind of middle up. He's like, if you guys want the bottom, he can have it, especially turn 1 here in 3 and 4. He is putting it right down that white line. Lap times have fallen off at about 1.5 seconds so far. Back here at Palmquist, he got real tight with Cummings there off turn 4. Almost a little too close for comfort. You see the trucks have kind of fallen off the pack a little bit back there. That's the 24 of Powell, the 9 of Hollinger. Those guys 7 and 8 seconds back from the pack. As Reeder going to make a dive to the inside. As here comes Kleba now. So those who maybe have saved their tires a little bit. Kleba giving a break to his teammate there, kind of giving him a bump actually, see if he can get the run on Corey. Corey protecting that high side. And it's all about the track position, how much you can hold here. You still got 10 trucks in the running for the win here. Three wide back here for 7th. They're still there and they're leaning on each other. Ooh, Engel slides up to the wall. That'll take him out. So 9 trucks left in his lead pack. $21 got it. Oh, contact 15 and a 12 in the wall. And they carry on. And they're not happy with each other. See what happens. Obviously not happy with a 15 after this. Watch this. It drives up into him a little bit there. And now caution is out. Lap 108, the caution has come out. And not sure why. 12's on pit road now. The caution's already out at that moment, so let's see if I can go find it. Oh, you know what? I see Corey Warren down here in 4th. Oh, the 88 has gone around. There is your caution. Let's see. Oh, Corey throwing a little bit of an aggressive move there and going to turn 1. Let's see. Dustin. Oh, he just gets in the back of him and turns him. 88, they're getting a piece of the wall there. The 18 getting a piece of this. Oh, well then. Let's watch it one more time. Knowing Corey, he is not going to be happy about that. Well, let's break it down here for you. Corey protecting that high side. And Kleba just pushes him into the corner. And leaders are on pit road, so interesting. Interesting. Fourth caution. Brian Jones going to win the race off pit road. Let's see if we can talk with the driver of the 45. Yes, he's looking pretty sporty tonight. The only man I know of with a photo on Discord of him in a suit and tie. As we bring in the 45 driver, the Insider Incorporated number 45. Brian, great racing so far, especially you and the 21 having a pretty good battle there for a little bit. And I know it probably got a little aggravating, but still some great racing. What's it going to take for you to hold on to her and keep it up front?
Man, I don't know. I don't want to see this 16 behind me. He's probably the class of the field. He's just been stuck in traffic all night. Man, the 21 and I, we're just battling for points, that cutoff line. So I don't know what's going to happen here. So
let's say I talked to the 21 a little bit ago, Reader, about the points. Of course, now you're in a battle of 8 trucks that, unlike the first round, you had a few trucks that did make the a couple races or all the races, so it kind of eliminated them out and made it, I don't want to say easy to make the Elite 8, but I guess that's the best way to put it, actually, when you think about it. But not so easy now with the 8 trucks trying to get the 4, because you got to show you're one of the four best trucks. How much pressure are you feeling?
I mean, the pressure's on. This is probably one of my better tracks. I feel like this is my shot right here. I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard to make up 6 points to jump to 21. So, it's kind of a win-in-your-in situation.
Well, there you go. Does that mean you're going to have the, I guess, let's go ahead and reference the cat on the back tailgate, the deck lid there. Are we going to have the paws out?
Yes, sir.
Making that truck as wide as possible. Good luck tonight, bud.
Thank you.
You too. He is a focused man. Which channel were you in? KPR? No.
Ghost.
Thank you. I try to remember those, but sometimes I fail. Ghost PRT channel with the 45 there. Brian Jones, appreciate his time. They say he races aggressively, but you know what? He's earned it, and he's up here racing pretty hard right now. And we're going to go green here with about 22 laps to go. And for most of these trucks, I believe that was the last set of tires they're going to have. Nope, that's the 4th pit stop. This actually, nope, they're still going to have one more set, it looks like. So, again, a win and you're in situation, as Brian mentioned in the interview. So, you got 8 chase drivers looking to lock their spot into Phoenix so that they don't have to worry about Talladega next week. Or even Martinsville the following week. And you see him right there, the top 4. How about a shout-out to Schneider there in the 86 truck, running into 6th position right now. Schneider was in the wall a little bit ago, was a couple laps down, has taken advantage and moved himself up here, and there he is, the old U-Haul truck. As here we go, pace truck down pit road in the hands of Brian Jones. in the 45. You heard him mention that he thinks Kleba's the class of the field. Now Dustin hasn't led a lap all night. He's been stuck in traffic. Can he work his way up there? Alex Cummings clears to the 6th position. Brian Powell there behind him. How about Jeffrey Mayers up in the 5th spot? He was riding towards the back most of this race. And here comes Conover for the lead. $20 laps to go this time by. Jump back here, 3 wide. Moats in the 15. Hollinger still digging back there in that 9 truck. Martin Pluty, you see the damage on that 18 after that wreck there involves Corey Wharton, who has since taken his car to pit road. Palmquist on pit road, so a little bit of attrition coming into play here late in this race. As Conover did go to the lead, Kleba going to go to 2nd potentially here. In the 45 and the 16 running tight. The 21 Reeder looking to take advantage as the front 4 have pulled away from 5th place Alex Cummings. You see Jones giving a nice bump to the 98 down into the corner. So who's got the long run truck? That's what we're going to find out here very quickly. Go back here, the battle for the 8th position. Moats looking underneath the 10 of Engel. Again, next week, Talladega Super Speedway for the second race of round 2. They'll have a random grid, and then, of course, we'll have the race for you. All 94 laps, I believe it is. So Conover with a 10th right now over Kleba, continues to run side by side with Brian Jones. Reeder there in 4th. And Cummings just trying to get a little bit of a draft to get up there with them. Got 2 KPR trucks. Now side by side for the 3rd position. Jones was looking there to the low side, not able to make the move yet. There's back here Pluty trying to take advantage and get the best position he can. He ran up front all night. Actually won stage 1 but suffered rear end damage in that last wreck with Corey Wharton, and unfortunately now is struggling to hold on to a top 10 position right now as he battles it out. And if you're enjoying the broadcast, we invite you to join us again tomorrow night for the LSRL Trucks or Xfinity Series presented by Grid Finder at the Talladega Super Speedway. A bunch of Super Speedway racing this week. Going to be a lot of fun to call. Don't know what's going to happen. We shall see. But that'll start at 8:30 tomorrow night. The Grid Finder Xfinity Series from the LSRL here on the Captain Esports Network. So you see the front four have gone single file. Reeder almost got the wall there. He got tight. And you see Cummings and Powell, they're trying to make some way. Back in 5th and 6th right now. So 8 laps to go. Next time by. As Conover, Jones, Reeder, Kleba, your top 4. And you see Cummings and Powell right there behind them. Angle, Pluty, there's Brady Moats, Jeffrey Mayer all in this battle. Who can make the right moves at the right time to potentially gain some track position here before the end of this race? And are we done wrecking? That's a great question to ask also. Eight laps to go, coming to 7 this time by. Does Jones have anything for Conover? Who's going to put that spot in the final 4 solid and in their name? A little bit of blip of the throttle. It's all you're hearing through the corners. Well, 45 got a little tight there. Maybe he had to get out of the gas, but a little bit of a separation between he and the 98. Back here for 9th. Moats back by Pluty. How focused you have got to be to not make that mistake tonight. Everybody up about a groove or so off the bottom, staying away from those bumps. And once again, you see the 98 just get a great run off the corner. And again, I don't know if that's the 45 maybe getting a little tight and dirty air, or what the deal is here. Reeder, the first one to try the bottom there, see if he can get the run off. That's going to allow Kleba to maybe make a move here. Everybody else kind of separated out here, except for maybe Brian Powell's just kind of hanging out. Here's actually a position to 71 of Roy Hyde, who's come back from damage. Trying to take the 7th spot away from Chad Engel. Not able to do it yet. 2 laps to go. Hyde up there in the loose stuff. Had to get out of the gas, and he is going to fall way back to 10th. I'll make that 11th, actually. Here we go, off turn 4. Going to see the final lap. 1 to go from Vegas. Kleba going to try to make a move to the bottom on Reeder. Teammates going to race each other as Brian Jones have anything for the 98 truck. Earlier tonight, Conover. Oh, the 45 sends it in there deep. Not going to be enough, though. After the 45 makes a move, it doesn't work, but Conover on to the final 4 with a win in Vegas. After suffering some nose damage earlier in this race, he gets it fixed. And Josh Conover will see a spot in Phoenix with his name on it. Jones holds on for 2nd. Cody Reeder going to be 3rd. Dustin Kleba 4th. Alex Cummings going to be your top 5. They'll do the group photo, and while they do that, we'll take a look at the final results really quickly. This fantastic race. AC Conover wins it by 4/10 over Jones. Reeder finishes 3rd. Kleba 4th. Alex Cummings 5th. Brian Powell finishing 6th. Chad Engel, Brady Motes, Martin Pluty, and Jeffrey Mayers your top 10. Finishing in 11th is Schneider. Hollinger finishing 12th. Roy Hyde 13th in the end. So he must have had some big issues. Maybe ran out of fuel. Galis finishing 14th and Heights 15th. Corey Wharton, Palmquist, Timmons, and Ryan Douglas, unfortunately, the 19 trucks. And off the track, those guys had some issues as there it is, lighting it up, the 98. Put a Legion on the truck. Of course, they are based out of Vegas. And the old Polish victory lap. And while we let him swing around here after his victory lap, let's actually get, we'll bring our 3rd place finisher in here first tonight. And that, of course, is the 21 of Cody Reeder. Usually we go 1-3, but, I'm going 3-1 tonight. And doing a little backwards this evening, but I'm okay with that. Cody Reeder, 3rd place finisher this evening in the 21 truck. Great effort out there. Obviously, showed you were one of the faster trucks, but what more did you need? Or was it just simply track position?
Yeah, that's all it was. I was in a pretty good spot there before that last caution. I don't know how much the other guys knew, but we were right on the nose with making it on fuel. So I'd saved a bit there, was just kind of riding. And then when it was time to go, things got dicey, and then that wreck happened in front of me, and I had to stay on pit road for a few extra seconds, get my damage fixed, and that just set me back just a little bit, just enough to not have a shot at it. So I really needed Brian and Josh to start racing earlier, but I just burnt my stuff up trying to get up there.
Yeah, obviously now you go to Talladega, and I guess here's where a little bit the 98 helps you, because I know Brian had mentioned when we talked to him before that, or after that last caution, he had made comments that you two were right near each other, and he knew that if he could get the win, he would jump you in the points and get into the Final Four. So that maybe a little bit of relaxation from that.
Yeah, well, I think we both won stages, so it's going to be interesting to see how the points work out here, because it's going to be it's just going to be interesting. I had a little bit of a buffer. I think Alex was, I want to say he was third coming in, and I'm not sure how good of a night he had as far as stage racing goes. So here's a little bit of a breather. We finally got Tyson, our third teammate, back. He I think he got wrecked a little bit earlier, but we work really well together at those plate tracks, so we consider them a strong point. So I'm excited for it. I think we can make up some ground there, and honestly if we could just execute at Talladega, the next race should be perfectly fine.
That's about the first time I've ever heard a driver in my 9 years of racing on iRacing, and how many times I've broadcasted now, that I've ever heard somebody say, "Yeah, we'll be fine at Talladega." What? Anyways.
Well, next week, hopefully you'll see next week why.
Well, we'll see. But nice job tonight, man. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, I just want to thank teammates, Tyson, Dustin, those guys helped me get better through the week. Thank the guys in the field for not wrecking me when they were riding on my door. Appreciate that. Thanks, Josh, put the league on you, obviously, for broadcasting. Thank the Lord for the health to do this. And I have my friends watching, Garrett, Travis, Tyler, all those guys. I appreciate them checking it out.
You guys could chat at least. I mean, come on. Anyways, no, it's all good.
Nice
I'll
job. Encourage them to.
It's all good, Cody. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's you too, buddy. Cody Reeder finishing in the third position this evening here in the number 21 truck. Let's get our runner-up, and he might be a more disappointing one tonight in the field, and might also be one that is kind of following the new trend, apparently. I know we got the Larson line. We've got the anything else that other drivers can do out there to invent things, I guess the intentional caution and things like that. And for Brian Jones tonight, he invented the new Larson thingy tonight. Brought it in and tried it out, except he didn't hit the wall this time. But you pretty much held that thing wide open through 3 and 4, it looks like.
Yeah, it's about my only chance. I was hoping maybe I could just throw it in there and use Josh's bumper as a brake, but I just didn't have enough at that right front. I didn't turn enough when I got to him, and it wasn't all bad. I didn't give up the position to Cody, so P2, not great, not good, but not bad.
Good way of putting it. But perspective night obviously showed you had a great truck this evening. I know you and the three of you guys, or the four of you guys, actually put on a great battle. Was just that one spot the biggest difference, or was it the fact that maybe you burnt your right front up a little too much?
It's just clean air. I mean, being the lead truck is extremely dominant here. You save so much tire. If you don't make a pass within the first 5, 6, 7 laps on a run, you're not going to pass anybody. It's just too tough to pass that lead truck. And of course, I made the mistake, let Josh kind of have the bottom on that second lap after the restart, and he just had me from there.
Well, so great effort tonight. I know that win's getting closer and closer to you again after a great finish tonight in Vegas. Shout out to whoever you like to, bud.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Josh. He puts on a good league. I'd like to thank you, Chris. You do a good job on the broadcast. Also want to thank BusinessInsider.com.
There you go. Make sure you go and check out Brian Jones. He'll be in Talladega next week, and should be a pretty fun race there. So nice job finishing second.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely, you too, buddy. Brian Jones finishing in the second position this evening. And now let's go to Victory Lane and talk to the Flatline Motorsports driver and also the guy that puts this whole show on. And that is the 98 truck tonight of Josh Conover. Josh, tonight, congratulations. Obviously, at the beginning of the race, I know it was kind of hesitant a little bit to say, hey, you would be the guy in Victory Lane. You got a little bit of damage from what just looked like maybe a little miscommunication, a little contact there. With a couple other trucks. It looked like your left front got a little damage from it, but still able to recover, and here you are in Victory Lane.
Yeah, I think it's the first chase race I've finished here. I think last year we had netcode or something take me out, and then I think the first year one of the same things. But yeah, it wasn't looking too good there at the start. Like you said, it's kind of a miscommunication that happened so quick. I just couldn't hit the brakes and lift and do it all at the same time. It was only I think a couple of seconds worth of damage, not too bad, I guess. And I just wasn't comfortable there in the beginning. I was trying to save tires and almost couldn't save because I was trying not to get run over and trying to battle. Do I save or do I just go and hopefully not get run over? But I guess we lost some points in the first stage, and like you said, I was kind of just not looking too good. And then I thought I went too early there on Brian at the end, and was just hoping to hang on. And I guess it was enough.
Yeah, you definitely did a great job there coming back and getting that damage fixed and getting up there in the lead early in that run and able to hold on. Now, I think the biggest factor, one of the top 3 drivers just literally said, and I quote, that if everything goes right, Talladega will be fine, which might be the first time I've heard that in my life. You don't have to worry about Talladega at all.
Yeah, it's a big relief. And I don't even look past that, to Martinsville. I mean,
yeah.
We tested it. I think it was maybe the last race we did, or maybe, I don't know. I think me and Nick were doing something silly, just testing out like the bump and run. And, sometimes you can get a good bump and it'll move the guy like it's supposed to. And sometimes you'll send him doing 360s into the wall. So, it's something as silly as that where, you could think you're barely touching the guy and then they go spinning, and then you're in the hole with an EOL or something like that. And, you think you're good, but then you lose points because of the caution or whatever. So, yeah, Dega is the big one, and then like I said, Martinsville is kind of a tricky one because like I just said, you think you're not laying into the guy, and then like I said, next thing you know, he's spinning off your nose, and you're getting an EOL and losing points. So definitely a big sigh of relief, and now I can kind of focus on helping Alex or Nick or somebody that might need the win for say to get into Phoenix, and obviously if the opportunity presents itself, we'll go for the win again. But now it's see who needs help, and then we'll go from there.
Well, nice job tonight, Josh. Congratulations, getting yourself that Vegas trophy, and shout out to whoever you'd like to.
Well, as usual, you for helping us out. Definitely gonna go back and watch this one. That finish was interesting to say the least. Had me sweating for sure. Brian maybe worked for it. I know Reeder and Kleber are always quick, and kind of, I guess, stole one from them guys tonight, though they were up front most of the night. And like I said, kind of feels good to steal one. But now everybody that showed up, was actually typing in Discord before you pulled me up. This is our best field we've had in quite some time. So appreciate the guys that have stuck out, this season and continue to show up week in and week out, and hopefully we put on a good show for you.
Oh, it was a great show tonight. Great racing tonight. Congrats to all you guys, and let's hopefully we can keep building this field back up.
Yeah, we're trying. I'm trying to recruit some places and get some guys in here, and hopefully, like I said, mainly just want to put on some good shows. It doesn't matter to me if they're, pro caliber, rookies. It's all I care is you can keep it, going straight and put on some good shows.
I know a bunch of rookies. Don't worry about them. So, anyways, nice job tonight, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely, you too. Josh Conover, the winner tonight here in Las Vegas. A great job on his part with Flatline Motorsports. And congrats to all the drivers. Again, that was a fantastic race and good turnout tonight. Hopefully we'll continue to see that here throughout the rest of the playoffs. So appreciate everybody joining us tonight. I am out, and hopefully everybody enjoyed the race this evening. You can check out, of course, all the broadcasts of ours on our YouTube page. Of course, by looking up the Captain Esports Network on YouTube. Of course, Twitch, we're there also now and on the Facebook page. So hopefully you'll come and join us any night you want. And, of course, tomorrow night, LSRL Grid Finder Xfinity Series from the Talladega Super Speedway. So it should be a great night for Xfinity racing tomorrow night. So with that said, I am out. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. Appreciate you coming to join us. And as always, remember, this isn't just a game. It is iRacing as I find my music. You would think I would know where it is by now. I don't. Anyways, see ya.